fall in, my fellow scouts. Yes, we are at Carn Dum. This is third age Reforged. It's a nice 3v5 siege battle replay today. Good versus evil, I believe. Today's battle replay comes from Mac, who's commanding Rhudaur. And before we get started, if you want to see a Rhun replay featured here on the channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via private message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or simply post the replay on third age Reforged Discord, and tagging me in it always helps. With that, let's get underway today with the army comps. So, starting with Mac's army, we've got some Cauliflower Maidens up here. We have over here some Black Quads as well, AP Shock Unit, very good. We have some Harad Berserkers as well, Axe Throwing Unit, and good Dissing Melee Unit as well, always bring them. Harad Rangers here, limited ammunition on these guys, but they are body piercing, and can get a ton of kills just like any other body piercing unit if used properly. Over here we have some Reforged Javelins as well, one of the better Javelin units of Rhudaur. There's some Rhudaur Clansmen here, not armoured up however. Rhudaur Swordsmen, should see a few of them today. Harad Pikemen, Trollstrew Axe Throwers, Dumb Pikemen here. And we have some Rhudaur Marksmen on the walls. Some Erebor Tranders also on the walls. We have some Baywin here belonging to Angmar, commanded by the Womb Raider. We have some Dumb Pikemen behind him. Trollstrew Axe Throwers, Reforged Javelins again. Blackwolds, Rhudaur Clansmen. We have nearly here Rhudaur Swords, Erebor Tranders, Goblin Trackers, which are a light tier archer unit, but one of the better archer units of Angmar. Trolls of Angmar here, armoured up, Guardians of Carn Dum, and Witchrom Scourge Raiders. I can't see whether or not the witches are here, but keep an eye out, guys. They are there somewhere. We have some Witchrom Hammerguard here, also armoured up. Don't know why they're at the front lines, but maybe we may be able to pull them back later on. They are an elite unit of Angmar. And it's tempting to use elites against light tier trip, but it will tire out your elites and actually, they'll cause them to take damage. And when your opponent's sending their elites, and you send in your elites, more often than not, your guys are going to get annihilated because, well, they're tired, they're damaged, and they've taken a few kills. So be careful when you choose to use your best troops. Is all I'm really saying there. We have some Witchrom Pikemen armored up. We have some Gundabad Guard as well. Barrow Whites here mixed in with some Witchrom Pikemen again armoured. All the Angmar units should be armoured, based on what I've seen so far. There's some Witchrom Blackguard there, Generals up here. I don't know why that is. We have over here some Guardians of Carn Dum, Witchrom Scourge Raiders, good Trolls are Gundabad there. We have some Goblin Trackers as well. And we have the Dwarves of Khazad-Dum, by Diego Rhudaur et Ramos. We have some Mithril Guard here. Guards of Khazad-Dum and Legion Bodyguard here, the best of the best that Khazad-Dum has to offer in terms of their melee troops. We have some 30s infantry here, Khazad-Dum Reclaimers, 1st Legion Pikes and Sentries of Khazad-Dum. We have some all kinds of Khazad-Dum, which is your mid-tier archer unit pretty much. 30s infantry over here, Sons of the Fallen. Hammers are good about over here, Orc Hunters. We have some Sons of the Fallen again, 30s infantry, Reclaimers. The dreaded Iron Watch of Miramir, these guys are basically World War II mortar guys. They can absolutely decimate all forces that they fire at, so keep an eye out for them. Make sure you don't blow up your army when they're nearby. You will pay for it. We have over here some 30s infantry, Sentries Custodian here, 2 units, and Orc Hunters. And over here some Hammers, good to bad. I don't think the defenders have any troops on the second level aside from the Cauliflower Maidens. We have no troops here on the Citadel. The attackers. Actually, we got a little engagement over here. Got some Harad Nobles I didn't see from Mac. And they're being chased here by Harad. And the Nobles here gets the Black Serpents. I'd imagine, well, okay, Harad Nobles now completely outclassed now that Champions of the White Hand have arrived. Isengard commanded by JKL. Harad here is commanded by Teymurleng. So Black Serpents and Champions, as I said, Harad Nobles. So basically, Mac has got to be super careful with these guys. They're deep within enemy territory. They're being pursued by heavy infantry as well. If they get pinned down, even by the heavy infantry this far away from the army, they could break at 24 even. So Mac unfortunately has to keep these guys running at all times and keep them as far away from the other enemy cav as possible. I don't know if he's going to get some good use out of these guys before they're broken. But, we'll keep our eye on them. We have Mordor here, commanded by Pajo. We've got some Orc Fighter here, 2 units. We've got some Blackguard of Rhudaur, 2 units, very important. Orc Javelins here, 2 units. We have some Orc Maulers, also 2. We're on Halberds, 3 units there. Harad is trying to head off the nobles. That's why he's going over here and champions are pursuing them directly. So basically, he's going to actually shatter them across the whole map if he has to. We have some Uruk-hai crossbows here, Uruk-hai berserkers, Uruk-hai pikemen, 2 units there. Attackers knocking down some walls, makes it easier to get into the fortress. We have some trolls with the white hand here, Nazgûl. Guards of Orc, half-orc vanguard. That's a troll there belonging to Mordor. We have over here some half-orc spear guard, 2 units there, half-orc vanguard, and Dungeon clansmen. Coming over here. Serpents here managed to actually catch the Harad nobles. But seem to be losing the melee combat. I don't know why the Black Serpents pulled out so the champions can get a charge on them. But Mac took the opportunity to run away. You can see here they're eager, but they're winded. Luckily for him, well, champions are winded, but Black Serpents are still eager, so... Yeah, Harad knows not long for this world. If you can get a charge here on Harad, that'd be great. Oh, Mac managed to sneak away there. Very, very lucky. Hadrian Spearman there. We've got some Ashari. We've got some Muhad Berserkers here. Muhad Beast Hunters. Looks to be 2 units there. More Berserkers. Got some Muhad Warriors here, which is basically Harad's cannon fodder. 3 units of them. Dismount Serpent Guard here. Not armoured up. Troman of Harad, 2 units I've seen so far. Some Sathron Archers next. And this is actually pretty amazing. Mac is actually going to save his Harad nobles. I thought for sure he'd lose them. So well done, Mac, I guess. Moving on, our 4th attacker is towards Erebor, coming by Tweakac, a familiar name. We have here some Ironfoot spears. We've got some Ironfoot warriors here, moving up just to knock down the gate. Ironfoot halberds, Axguard of Erebor, sons of Durin. Also some Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin. Ironfoot warriors, Ironfoot spears, Ironfoot axe throwers, Axguard of Erebor. Crossbows here, 2 units. Another unit of halberds. And our final attacker is Rhun, commanded by Baywin. We got over here some Balcult tribesmen, rag mercenaries as well. Tribesmen here armoured up, it would seem. Eastern crossbows, not armoured up, however. Bit of a gamble, but we'll see how Baywin uses them.
The enemy are battering down the gates.
We have over here Loksar Rim, 2 units. We have Gamp Rim, well, 1 unit so far. Make that 2. We have here some Camul's Shadow Guard here, AP I believe. Some Balcult Sapphire Blazemen, the elite javelin unit of Rhun. Camul's Chosen, nice to see. Bloke Fire Grim, 3 units, pretty much a staple in any Rhun army here to bring 3 Fire Grim. Also with the Loke Gamp Rim. Loke Scion Rim, people usually bring 1 or 2 of them at all times. Trolls good about here have charged out to get some easy kills. Ironfoot Warriors are not too bad in terms of a melee troop. I probably would have told one raider not to do that if I was his ally.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through our gates! The enemy siege tower has reached our walls.
Just gotta wait for that narrator to finish before I continue narrating myself. Yeah, you don't really want to send trolls in by themselves. I mean, to be fair, he sent both these trolls together, so, you know. 2 troll units obviously better than 1 that does provide some support, I suppose. I mean, I was going to say trolls should always be supported by infantry when sent into battle. I suppose, you know, sending in 2 troll units is pretty much the same thing, so... And Tweakac was a little bit slow to send up support, but now the Axguard of Erebor is here, he probably shouldn't try that again. Orc Hunters moving up. The Hammers here just in case, well, they're getting ready for the siege towers to come in. But should be careful. Iron Watch Mimir can destroy siege towers, we've seen it in the past. It could also destroy artillery, but that shouldn't be a target, I reckon, for the defenders, not unless the attackers bring that catapult inside. I mean, if he waits until one of the attackers bring in their siege towers, like say that Baywin and I think Tweakac bring in their siege towers together, if he theoretically fired on like 3 or 4 siege towers that they brought up here, then that creates a huge obstacle for those attackers to move through into that gate. And so they really would slow down their attack and basically allows that defender to send resources over to the other two gates, because the attack here will be significantly slowed by those broken siege towers, because those units will get stuck. There'll be some pathfinding issues probably. So that's probably something to think about in the future if you're presented with a similar situation. We've seen in the past attackers' siege equipment be used against them when they've been destroyed. Like battery rams destroyed at the gate, for example. Basically makes that gate almost impossible to use to attack and get through. Barrow White's been left here deliberately to try and draw in some enemy fire, as it were. I haven't seen the witches just yet. We might see them, we might not see them. A lot of players are sometimes just too good when it comes to hiding them. On the other hand, I just suck at obviously finding them, because they're right here in the open. Yeah, the witches up here. We got here some Blackwatch Legion, armoured up. That's worthy of noting. Guardians of Carn Dum, Orc fellas also up here. Now, obviously Windraider should probably use these guys. At the same time, Mordor uses their Blackguard Barad-dûr. These guys here can blunt their mass push and just hold them up, bunch them up, and that'd be a good opportunity for the defenders' artillery or witches to strike. Assuming the defenders have artillery. I don't think I saw that there before for them. Ironwatch and Mirror also a good opportunity to use them. I would be half tempted to fire one or two volleys from my Ironwatch and Mirror into this little mass here of siege towers and troops. The archers are shooting directly into a siege tower there, so Tweakac getting some great use out of that siege tower. Same with Baywin. Most of those arrows there are missing. Diego's got to halt his fire. That also happens. Your siege towers can get ignited by those pesky arrow towers of Carn Dum. Baywin quick to get his men off that siege tower so they don't die. Okay, so the wall just fell, and it looks like Diego lost a couple of soldiers there, unfortunately. I took out one of them. That's annoying. Flying over 4 units only kills 1 dwarf. It happens. Alright fellas, we've got Eastfront crossbows here at the gate. Dwarves getting out of there. 3 going down. Gotta be watch out, that Ironwatch might be in range here of the Eastfront crossbows. These guys here can take a hit, they got good armor. But yeah, probably shouldn't linger in that area for too long. Baywin's pulling out, however. And here comes Rhun to start us off. Rhun here surging forwards into Carn Dum. I know I said good Earth versus evil battle before, but no, you know. We've got Reclaimers here firing in. Definitely a worthy target. But maybe Diego shouldn't be using all his Reclaimer ammunition at once. Alright, Baron here just got a huge spanking. He'd be down in 1 or 2 units at least. We got crossbows here, getting some good shots into the centre of Khazad-Dum. Baywin needs to hit back hard somehow. This be a way to do it. He's bringing down those sentries. But yeah, Diego just pounded him for making that mistake. JKL sending up his cannon fodder first, but not sending anything else up with them. Which is a little bit strange. I'm not sure what he's planning to accomplish here with this force. It's going to be annihilated if he sends it in. As is. Witchom Hammerguard has been thrown into the first frontline defense. I'm surprised the one way didn't pull him back. It's a good thing got that blackguard there off the walls. His general could have died. Well, the Sons of the Fallen here that the crossbows could be shooting at, but they've got to maneuver themselves so that their bolts here don't go into the ram.
It's coming for us!
We've got all kinds of probably firing here at the crossbows.
The enemy are battering down the gates!
Crossbows here need to fire on the archers. In an archer versus crossbow fight, crossbows will always win, and they got to try and hammer those archers a bit, so it takes the pressure off. I'll come this down to 90. Okay, looks like they're trying to fire here on the Iron Watch and Miramir. We've got Etebor's trying to see it, firing into the, looks to be the Ironfoot crossbows. Is it Ironfoot Warriors? I thought I saw crossbows there. No, it's just Ironfoot Warriors. Not the worst thing in the world. What's Baywin up to here? Okay, Tweakac here sending the Ironfoot Warriors. Ironfoot Axeros here down to 69. Ironfoot Warriors trying to shut down the Etemor's Troll Hunters. Good and bad Trolls are good and bad here, looking to shut down the Ironfoot Axe Throwers. If they're in guard mode, they should be able to throw their axes. Trolls here getting some friendly fire for sure from the Reclaimers. The Erebor probably needs to hold his fire. Alright, 3% to 11%. So look at the middle gate. What's happening? We've got Trolls of Angmar here backing up the Witchom Hammerguard. As you can see, they're annihilating anything that comes up. Tasia managed to get a foothold inside Carn Dum. These guys here will be able to hold the flanks. The attackers could potentially surge up the hill here. And that could throw the entire defense into chaos. So the attackers should be coordinating themselves, I reckon, at this point to send up forces to breach through and get to the top of Carn Dum here. If they can get there, then that will cause the defenders to send back their forces and maybe even fall back to the citadel, who knows. Trollster Axo is firing at the Moran infantry. And good situation there for Pajo. Potentially the Trollster Axos were just on order fire. And this is definitely what the Worm Raider wants. Barrow Whites here are the perfect sponges for enemy ammunition. They absorb almost everything. And the Trollshire Axos are firing again. Big win there for the attackers. Now you obviously see this formation, and Angmar and Mac have done this deliberately so that in the event the attackers block up their forces here, the Harad Rangers have a direct line of sight here that can basically shred all enemy forces here in this vicinity. That's the purpose of this formation. What the attackers have to do to counter it, it's actually pretty easy, I think, for them to counter. They need that Blackguard of Barad-dûr, however, to do that. They got to come in, move to the left with their Blackguard, surge through, tear that area apart, and then race and try and get to and force back the Harad Rangers so they can't fire their ammunition into their forces as they all just mad rush, probably, into Carn Dum. The Blackguard Barad-dûr can easily get these guys inside the fortress, but unless they really commit, the attack won't go anywhere. Got more Beast Hunters here. Hopefully they use their javelins. Trollshire here pretty bloodied. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, the attackers aren't sending over additional reinforcements to this choke point. I think this was a golden opportunity for the attackers to exploit. They've secured their flanks. There's nothing stopping them from surging forward to try and get to the top of that hill. Dividing and conquering the defending forces could be the only chance the attackers have now for victory. 12 to 26, not too bad, all things considered so far. There's infantry lining up. On-foot spears here, moving into... Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. I think he's just trying to spread out his forces. Oh, here we go. Battle Triton firing in. The defenders unleashing a huge amount of firepower here. The attackers just need to hope that they've used up most of it by now. If the defenders can somehow keep this up, then there is no hope for the attackers. Khazad-Dum Reclaim is firing in. They're a unit that's a little bit slow to throw their axes, unlike the Trollshire axe throwers or Harad Berserkers, for example. They throw at a steady rate, much like the Snagger skirmishers of Isengard.
Bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Sons of Durin here being thrown in. Iron Watcher Miramir could be getting ready to fire. Attackers have got to be careful here. They're really bunching up their forces. The attackers need to find a delicate balance of quality and quantity to avoid encouraging Diego to fire in with his Iron Watch. Now, I think Tweakac has actually attempted it, and it seems to be working. We've got Sons of Durin here, also mixed in with their halberds. Highborn's Erebor, Camille's chosen. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Diego's not firing.
Half their men.
If I was Diego and I was going to fire in there, I'd probably aim for the Belcourt tribesmen. Their troops are for the most part in the area where most of the attacking forces are. And shots to the right might actually pick up some of the Highborn's Erebor and Camille's Shadowguard, and now the Ironfoot crossbows. This whole flank here will cop the bulk of their fire for sure. Camille's chosen here, probably fire at them. Even now, I think maybe it's worth the risk. Now the witches, they've fired a little bit here. And they've tried to take out the demons of the desert, which are not spread out. They're firing on the Witch on Hammerguard. I might prefer to fire on the Witch on Pikeman myself. Yeah, there you go.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Come on, Tay, you're getting in the way of yourself there. The demons weren't done. See, the one ray is almost through. Alright, the attack over here has really stepped up. We got teams of the White Hand here in the back lines. Confirmators here trying to pursue the champions. Their head and rangers must have already fired. Champions, they're down to 11. But even so, I think they can still rack up a few kills here against... Oh no, they're broken now. Wow. Okay. That was Erebor's general, for sure. Temple Executioners here, armoured up.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
I actually might have missed most of Mordor's force. I apologise there, Pajo. Snugger Skirmishers here opening fire. They're trying to take out the Harad Berserkers. They're falling quickly. The Eskimo chosen mixed in there with the Uruk-hai pikes. We got here some Uruk-hai pikemen being surrounded by Rhudaur swordsmen who are doing very, very well. Largely because they're attacking the Uruk-hai pikes from either flank, not just taking them head on. 52 to 70. Wonder who will try and target with the second unit here of Snugger Skirmishers. I guess we'll see soon enough.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Probably the Harad pikeman would be a good target.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
Ooh, okay. I watch Mimir here. I've been slaughtered.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
And generals or something before that was Rhune's general, maybe. Let's head over here. See what happened. I'm watching Mimir here down to 3, so something happened over here that was huge. They got absolutely nailed by something. I have to come back and find out what it was. We'll also go back and have a look at Mac's big push, I think. And then we'll resume from here. Okay, Harad and Rangers here, already opening fire on the Orc fighter. Tearing them apart. As you can see here, we talked about a nice clear line of fire that Mac and Bomb Raider had established. It's very effective, as you can see. Alright, boys and girls, here comes the assault that we missed. Well, the axe is coming into their backs. Urquhart Berserkers are a great unit, but they have no armour. They're taking some brutal fire there. Chambers of the Mayhem look to be trying to get in there. Edmund's trying to, I think, firing from up top. No, frightened javelins. Blackguard and Barad-dûr surging forwards. We've got the javelins, the Orc javelins, trying to clear the way here for the Mordor forces. And help the Blackguard in their push. There's that fire there from the Harad Rangers. Front javelin fire from the other unit.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yeah, this attack probably shouldn't have been launched. The defenders countered it very, very well. They basically kneecapped it as they've come through the gate. And the Rangers sort of shifting targets. We've got Nazgûl High embedded in here as well. Edmund's front is now firing in. Harad Rangers resume fire on the front lines over here. Harad Rangers are got to be running out of ammunition soon, you have to think. You gotta feel bad for the attackers. They're literally watching their armies fall apart in front of their eyes. The attackers launched way too early and Mac has made them absolutely suffer for it. The only good thing for the attackers now at this stage is that Looks like Mac has exhausted pretty much all his ammunition. But he's gotten really, really good use out of it.
Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their siege.
Alright.
We must
Let's go and check out what happened to the Iron Watcher Mirror now.
Only half.
Okay, so it was the Erebor crossbows.
Lies dead. Teach him to ride to war on a pony.
They were the key to that mystery. And it looks like Diego's using his ammunition.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Diego's going to fire another volley. Bit of a gamble there from Fear. I mean, he's leading bodyguard here on the front lines, right next to Rhun as he's firing. He's firing again. And you can see the Iron Watcher Mirror starting to fall very fast now. Seems like they're going to take so many volleys from the Ironfoot crossbows. Let's see where the volleys are coming in. Are they firing or what? Iron Watch down to 10. Alright.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Down to 9. Alright, and that brings it back to 3, when that's where we left off. Yep, there goes the General once again. Alright guys, let's resume the battle from where we left off. Okay, Eastron crossbows here firing into the backs of the Mithril Guard. Ironfoot crossbows and Eastron crossbows firing below.
We've lost half of our men.
The Witches here have fired in, taking out a lot of the Trollmen of Harad, it looks like. And the Blackwatch Legion moving in. $69 to 83. The attackers are done over here.
The enemy general abandons his men.
Snagger Skirmish is just firing. Oh no. JKL's admitted defeat. They're bugging out. We got Guards of War tank here. Obviously JKL saw no hope for victory and gave up.
General. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
You got here Pajo's Nazgul, which are broken, or routed, because, well, he admitted defeat. Didn't he? But they seem determined to kill, anyway. Obviously Nazgul didn't get the memo. Your attack is over.
have taken control of the city.
Baywin, that might be the last attacker left standing.
The enemy general abandons his men.
Khazad-Dum doesn't care that much. We've got some more isolated battles here.
Our men no longer command the city.
One Raiders just showed up with his Blackwatch Legion.
By the victory we have won here today.
So, congratulations to Mac here, 3065, Diego 2300, One Raider 2227, JKL 908, Teymurleng 593, Tweakac 1065, Baywin 585, and Pajo 928. Okay, so Mac there, Eternal Tronters 100 to 199, Harad and Rangers 466, Rhudaur Marksman 184, Reforged Javelins 151 to 238. Polsha Axe Throwers 94 to 201. Rhudaur Swords 124 there. Harad Pikes 164. Diamond Pikemen each got over 100 kills. Blackwolds here range from 32 to 114. And we have Harad Nobles also 142. That is impressive, you got 142 with them. But thank you to Mac for sending me the replay. That was a great battle. If you want to see your own replay featured here on the channel, guys, you know what to do. My email is scoutsmanentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me via direct message on Discord. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or you can simply post it on the Third Age Reforged Discord, and tagging me in it always helps. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.